Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. You want to know what I used to get the design for this top, and you want to be able to make your own beautiful design? Join me on today's tutorial. Come along guys, let's begin. The first thing I did was to tell ChatGPT to create a prompt on what kind of design I wanted, and it gave me the prompt. After giving me the prompt, I asked ChatGPT to create the outfit, and this was the first look. So I was like, okay, I needed a white one to see if it would be fine or beautiful in a white organza fabric. So I asked ChatGPT to make a white one instead of a black design. Okay, so and it did. It took some time. It's going to load. After loading, this is the white that I have. What I did for mine was I used the two design that I got because I prefer the black one. I decided to mix it up. Come along guys, let's turn this design into a top. These are all the materials we'll be needing: Ankara patches, organza fabric or organdi. I use organza for mine because it's a trial work, and I wanted to make something that I will wear but not too expensive in the first run. Now you take your organza fabric or any fabric of your choice and fold it into two. Then you fold it again into four. After folding into four is our normal method of making a dress or a top. This particular outfit is a long organza top, bubu top, and the end of the top has a cut together sleeve. You can also make yours with the first design, which is the black one, and let it be with added sleeve. Why I miss the design of the black and the white sleeve, that is what I use for the sleeve. Then the other pattern, I just went ahead and used the black pattern for it. Now you are going to mark your neckline. You are going to, after marking your neckline, you connect the neckline to the other side. Now before you connect the neckline, you see I marked the straight of the neckline, that is the depth. I did not mark the wideness. Now go ahead and mark the wideness and connect it. Now for the wideness, I'm using 3 inches. For the depth, I use 3.5 inches or 4 inches. That is if you don't want to add opening to the back of your top. There's no need to make it 3 inches 3 inches, but if you're adding opening, you can make it 3 inches 3 inches. Now for the sleeve, I marked the total length of my fabric and I connected it to the 3 inches that I had, came down by one to get the shoulder slope. Be very careful when you are working with slippery fabric because it tends to come down and move a lot, so just be very careful when making yours. Now you mark your hip measurement, you mark your waist measurement, you mark your gown length. The gown length might not be necessary because you are using the length of your fabric. You come down by, if you are using your sleeve, you come down by 8 inches or 9 inches. That 8 or 9 inches is your armhole depth. You are coming down by 8 inches, or you can mark your bust measurement and come up by 2 inches. That mark, if you don't want to do it that way, you divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5 for the armhole. Then you go ahead and you mark your waist measurement. Now for the waist, I use my waist measurement plus 4 inches. For the hip, I use my hip measurement plus 4 inches to get the wideness that I needed. After you've gotten this part, connect it. You do the same thing for the armhole area. So you divide your bust measurement divided by 4 plus 4 inches. That is what you are going to mark on that line that you've gotten for the armhole line. But if you are not adding sleeve, so I decided to explain it in case of those that are adding sleeve. If you are not adding sleeve, do the same thing. Don't worry, we are still going to make an adjustment for the armhole. If you are adding sleeve, you add the wideness you want, then you come down and connect the sleeve to it. So if you are using your bust divide by 4 plus 2 3 inches, you that will be your new sleeve line when you come down. Okay, so it's going to be your new sleeve line. You can just give it a bit of, your sleeve will be extended a bit, but no problem, is a design of its own. Now go ahead and cut out what you've marked. Can you see it? This is how it look after cutting. So this part is a bit fast because we all know how to make basic top or basic bodice pattern, or how to make a bubu top. Now this is it. This is the front, and this is the sleeve. I use 9 inches for my sleeve, for the length of my sleeve. Okay, now after marking everything, I'm going to now cut the extra part that I'll be attaching to the sleeve length that I wanted. Now you mark your sleeve from your shoulder, one of your shoulder, all the way down to your wrist. I'm going to do a video and show you what I mean by that on my next tutorial on this particular measurement for taking Bubu measurement. Take it like that, like from your one side of your shoulder all the way down to your wrist. That is what is going to give you your sleeve length. Now I've gotten my sleeve length, I want to attach it, then I'm going to iron the other part and attach it later. I will show you how to do that, so let's keep that aside. Our main focus on this tutorial is on how to make our patches and how to attach the patches to our fabric, and also how to use AI to make designs. So that was why I showed you what I did earlier. Now these are all the patches. It depends on you. If you want to use the one the AI created, you can go ahead and use the circle patches. But if you want to use a square, if you just make your own design, your own creation, and go ahead and work with it. Now to get my design, I went ahead and I make sure I cut most of the fabric that I have into the same sizes. After cutting into the same sizes, you can make the circle before you attach your paper gum or stay. Okay, your paper stay or stay, most people call it paper gum. So you can make your circle before you attach, sorry, your paper stay to it. Now that is the container I'll be using, and I just wanted to show you. Now you attach the stay, place your fabric all over your ironing table and attach the stay or paper stay. Now I'm done attaching the paper stay. I've ironed it on them, and I'm cutting out all the patches. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm cutting out all the patches. This makes your patches to be very firm. When I did it, it was very easy for me to do. And when I even use my solidary iron to burn the edges, it was so easy. And the fabric you are using matters a lot. Some of the fabric actually burnt, while some were so solid that even when I was using it, it just make the edges to not be rough, and it was so perfect. I just wanted you to know more about solidary iron and fabric. Some will just go ahead and burn. Okay, now I've cut out all the fabric with paper stay. This is what we have. You are going to go ahead and iron it very well so that it will be firm. Okay guys, this tutorial has a lot of work. It took me a lot of time. My iron actually spoiled, and I almost cried. Making a tutorial and making an outfit and your iron spoiling is a bad thing for everybody. So these are all the patches that I've gotten, and I went ahead and cut them out. Now I want to show you how to do it. When you are done, you use the solidary iron when it's very hot to burn the edges, and this is the container I used to make those circles. So I placed like 3 or 4 of the patches together for me to be fast. Then I took my pen. Yes, I use pen to do this, and I use the pen to mark a circle round it. Can you see what I'm doing? Mark the circle round it. It's like the best thing ever when I figure out that I could use this, because I had to try every tool in my house to be able to get this particular container for it. Now pin it up after you've marked the circle and you cut it out. You can use solidary iron to burn it, but I prefer using scissors because the solidary iron was just to make the edges firm. Now you see what I'm doing, do exactly what I'm doing, do that for yours and you get a perfect circle. I was amazed on this too. So every tool in your house works, okay? Everything in your apartment as a tailor, it works for you. Now these are all the patches that I've gotten and these are all the circles that I've gotten. Now I'm going to make my solidary iron to be very hot and I'll use it to burn it. I am sorry I did not show you how I did that part because it was very hot and I don't want I did not have a place to place the solitary iron when I was doing it, so I had to do it behind the camera. In order for you to see what I did, this is the photo of me burning the fabric. It after you've done using your solidary iron, can you see I added some patches to the organza and can you see how beautiful they are? Now you are going to take your new iron that I got and you are going to now iron the patches to the organza using hemming gum. Yes, hemming gum worked magic for this outfit. The hemming gum and the paper stay was like the best idea ever. And learning new tutorial when you are making something new is very easy to do. Okay, now I'm going to now stitch the patches together. Earlier you see what I did. I'm going to turn the neckline and stitch the patches one after the other with my sewing machine. You will stitch, you see the circle, you are going to stitch every one of them with your sewing machine, or you can use needle and thread and tack. I showed you how to do embroidery. Okay, now this is me stitching all the circles. It was an hard work. I did not even know sent me to do this design for today's tutorial, and this is how I was turning the neckline. This is it after stitching. Can you see with the I use bias for the neckline? Can you see how pretty it was? So iron them, guys. Iron, make sure you iron while doing this outfit. After stitching the patches, I use black thread for it, you see, and you won't be able to see the black thread on it right now. Do you see how beautiful it is? It came out so pretty. Now you are going to join your shoulder to shoulder together. It's time to do normal joining of dress or a top. Join your shoulder to shoulder together and you are going to stitch it. I will show you how to attach that sleeve that I talked about earlier. Join your shoulder to shoulder together and I'm going to show you what I did before I use my interlocking machine or using zigzag stitch to close that part to make it not to be rough, and also hem the bottom of your top. Okay, because I use lighter for it, but I'm going to show you how to use lighter to burn the edges. When you are done, you take out your sleeve. You see this sleeve that we have, the excess that I had, you fold it. After you fold it, for the elastic that we'll be having on the wrist area, you attach the elastic. So fold it 1 inch and attach your elastic. Now go ahead and hem the bottom of your dress or top. This is me after stitching the shoulder to shoulder together. If you want to attach a hook or button to the back, just cut it a bit and before you attach the bias. Now I took out my lighter to burn the edges. Can you see it? You have to do it in order for it to be very firm and it won't be coming out. Now for the other side, for the sleeve area, that part I'm attaching the sleeve, you will see it on my mannequin how it came out. You've attached your elastic, or if you haven't, do it now that I'm doing mine. You're going to take the elastic, put it around your wrist to get the size that you need and expand. Then you take your pin and insert it to the wrist of the fabric that you want to use. That's the hem area that you folded into two. Now you go ahead and you take your pin and pass it through the sleeve that you're attaching. Remember, you can also use this top without attaching this sleeve. If you want it short sleeve, it's going to give you proper short sleeve. Now I wanted mine to come down a bit, so I wanted a new design, a unique design, and I added extra piece of fabric to it. This can be used making any of your other dresses. Now after you've attached the sleeve, stitch the sides together and you are done with your top. I'm going to show you how it looks when I'm done stitching it. I just want to add the elastic to the other part of the sleeve and go ahead and join everything together. Then don't forget to use your what did I call it, lighter. Don't forget to use your lighter to burn the edges of the fabric. Be very careful so that do not catch fire. Now this is it after joining all the sides. You see me trying to add the light so that you'll be able to see the work very well. Then I iron the inside and we also iron the outside. And I'm going to show you behind the scene, just a few seconds behind the scene of today's tutorial. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here, always coming online to support. This is behind the scene of how frustrated I was, tired, flustered, and all of the above. In short, I could not cry at what happened when I was making this outfit. It was an amazing experience though. So I decided to always show you guys bloopers of behind the scenes when I'm always making outfits so that you guys will sew with me at the end of the tutorial. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always being there with me. This is how the fabric look after stitching. Oh, and I already have a white trousers pant for it, and use your white inner, whatever you want to use to wear it. So thank you, bye guys.